Hello professionals, whenever we start looking for job, everyone asks us to follow active approach and not passive. That means we should proactively make our efforts to reach to the organizations asking for job rather than simply waiting that HR will call us to share any job opening. But then important question pops up and that is how to even contact two organizations, HR or hiring managers. Shall we simply call them and inquire about the job openings available in their companies? Doesn't sound like an idea which will really work because answering cold calls is not their primary job. Or shall we directly reach to their organizations and inquire about the job openings available in their companies? Though percentage is very less, but few candidates do this as well, which really doesn't give much result. Then the option left with you is writing emails to HR and hiring managers and share your CV with them. But then another important question pops up and that is how to even write such emails that another person doesn't only read but also takes action on that email. And this is the agenda of this video where I'm going to share with you today how to write emails asking for job, how to write emails asking someone to refer you for another job, and how to write emails or formal messages asking for the feedback of your interview. By end of this video, you will not only know how to write such emails, but you will also have sample email format for all these three situations. So, are you excited to begin the learning? If yes, then stay tuned till the end of the video. Now, let's get started. First of all, let me tell you about those most common mistakes which maximum candidates do, especially at the junior and middle management level. And writing emails with such kind of mistakes actually harms them rather than benefiting because it makes another person think why to even open CV of such kind of candidate who doesn't even know how to write a decent email or who hasn't done any homework. And those emails are when someone says, "Dear sir, oblique ma'am, please find my resume and consider it for any relevant opening in your organization." Or when someone says, "Dear sir, oblique ma'am, please find my CV for any suitable position in your organization." Let me tell you a bitter truth here. Such kind of emails really piss off HR and hiring managers both. Do you really think that person who is going to receive this email has that much time available with him that he's first going to open your CV, understands your profile, checks the open positions available in his organization, matches your role against those positions, and then finally calls you to say, "Yes, your profile matches to our requirement, please come for the interview." Do you really think it is going to happen? Please get it clearly, it will not happen. It is not going to happen like this. I'm so sorry if I'm sounding rude, but please get it straight that writing such kind of emails will not bring any positive results. Because no one has time to do all this homework for such kind of candidate who himself hasn't made any efforts to make his candidature stand out from the crowd. First of all, please stop writing "Dear sir, oblique ma'am." At least make the efforts to know the gender of that person whom you are sending email asking for a job. Number 2, please stop sending your job applications with one-liner email. You have to use mail body to generate the interest of another person in your skills and in your competencies so that he or she opens your CV. Now let's understand in detail how to write such kind of emails which will push another person to take action on that. The first thing in any email is the subject line. Your subject line will decide if another person is even going to open your email or not. If you are writing boring subject lines like "resume for sales" or "resume for civil engineer position", then chances of opening your mail depends on if organization has that position available with them at that particular time or not, or if organization has work culture to create the data pack of resume or not. That means chances are really less and you are really playing on luck. So better take the charge in your hand and use catchy and enthusiastic subject lines. Basically, your subject line should talk about your most critical and crucial skills or gives idea what are you good at or about your experience. Or you can try this as well where your subject line talks about the receiver of that email. As an example, you can say "You are a really good leader and inspire me." Or you can say "I'm following you from last 1 year and finally writing you today." Here you need to understand one thing. Everyone wants attention and appreciation, and if you are able to make another person feel appreciated or give your entire attention to him or her, then it will increase the chances of opening your email. But you need to understand these are very catchy subject lines and you have to be very careful while using them, and make sure that you do not sound cheesy, because your subject line will decide if another person will open your email or not. Another important thing, you cannot write such kind of subject lines to everyone, because first you have to do your research, you have to do your homework before writing such kind of subject lines. As an example, if you are saying that someone is a good leader and that person inspires you, then at least you have to mention 1 or 2 lines about the leadership style of that person and how does that person inspire you. And for that, you have to do your homework, you have to do your research. Then only you can write such kind of subject lines. Now comes the second part of your email, which will decide if another person will take action on your email or not, and that is mail body. You have to start your email with something which actually makes another person hold on that and read that email completely. But at the same time, please do not write essays in your email, because no one has time to read that lengthy email. To ensure that another person holds on your email, you have to make it personalized, where you can talk about at least 2 or 3 lines about the receiver of that email or about the organization where you are going to apply for the job. To make your email personalized, you have to first research about that person who's going to receive that email, and for that, you can visit to their LinkedIn profile, check their recent posts, articles which they have posted, what are they interested in, and whom do they follow, so that you can mention any of these things in your email which will make it personalized. As an example, you can say, I read your recent post which was on how to grow your business with digital marketing, and what did you learn from that post. Or you can research about the career journey of that individual, or you can research about the organization where you are going to apply for the job. And if you will mention any of these things in your email, then it will make it personalized and will make another person feel that yes, you have done your homework, which will make your candidature stand out from the crowd. As an example, you can start your email like Dear Sir, or Dear Ma'am, or Dear first name of the person, or Dear Mr., Mrs. with the last name of the person. I'm following your organization from last 1 year and I'm really impressed with the work culture which you have and the way you take care of your employees, which is clearly visible in the testimonials which are posted on your website, LinkedIn, or wherever they are posted. Or you can say, I'm really happy that I'm writing you today as I'm following you on LinkedIn from last 2 years and have been benefited a lot by the articles and posts which you keep on sharing. And then you can mention about 1 or 2 posts which was shared by that person and what did you learn from them. And then you can talk about your skill set. You can start it like, I'm really keen to discuss how can I help your organization by contributing my skill set towards the growth of your company. Or you can say, basis on my expertise and skill set, I strongly feel that I'll be a good asset for your organization if I get the opportunity to work in digital marketing function where I have got proven experience. And then you can mention your experience or your achievements in bullet points. Number 1, getting the inquiries in low cost. Number 2, increasing the reach to the potential customers. Number 3, then you can talk about any 1 or 2 tools or softwares which are really good to know in digital marketing function and how much command do you hold on those softwares or tools. Or you can also mention about your achievements in the bullet points, which will help you to catch the attention of another person. Now comes third part of your email, and that is, shall you send your CV in PDF copy or in a Word document? But before that, your task is go to the comment section right now and tell me, are you finding this video informative, helpful, yes or no? If yes, then like the video, share your thoughts in the comment section and do subscribe to the channel to know more about job interview tips, career guidance and latest HR trends. And moreover, your subscription really motivates me to make more such informative videos for you. So please go and subscribe to the channel. Now third part of your email is attachment. In my opinion, you should always send your CV in PDF copy and not in Word document until unless any employer specifically asks for it. There are 2 reasons that you should send your CV in PDF copy. Number 1, it preserves the formatting of your document. If you are making your CV in any latest version of MS Word and receiver of your email is using any older version, then he or she will not be able to open your CV. Or chances are high that formatting of your document will get changed if it is used in any another version. Number 2, It gives neat and clean look to any document and makes it look more presentable. Now comes the ending of your email. You should always end your email by expressing your gratitude or saying thank you to another person for giving his or her time to read your email, and a gentle reminder that you are seeking an opportunity to work with that organization. If I have to summarize this video, then I will summarize it in 2 points. Number 1, you have to generate interest of another person in your skills and in your competencies so that he or she opens your CV. Number 2, another person should be able to see that yes, you have done your homework, which will make your candidature stand out from the crowd. If these 2 objectives are met, then getting an interview call from any organization is really not difficult. And to move forward from this point, you have to watch this playlist so that you know how to crack any job interview. Another important thing, as I promised you in the beginning of the video, I'm sharing the link to download the formats of cold emails asking for job. You will find the link in description box. Please download it from there. But let me tell you here, these are the general formats which can be used by anyone for any job position. But if you want to make your email personalized, then you have to add an additional section after doing your research about the organization or about the receiver of your email. Soon I'll be back with another important video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. Best of luck.